Welcome to the Bunny Hole, where anything goes. Travel with me and guests as we hop through this thing called life, one day at a time. Greetings, beautiful people, and welcome to the 4th episode of the Bunny Hole. Hope you guys are feeling powerful on this stupendous hump day. Gonna get right into it, right? So, have you guys seen the Kanye West documentary on Netflix? I haven't watched the entire thing. I've watched like a lot of the first episode, and there was like a scene in there where he's talking to the person recording it. And I put quotes, so I'm gonna read it as opposed to me trying to like ad lib what I think I heard, you know? Un momento, por favor. So, in there, he's like, okay, so I recorded this once before and I read the whole thing and then I realized I didn't necessarily need the whole thing, so I'm gonna like cut it short. He was basically like, I've got aspirations, I've got big dreams, I'm a motherfucker rapper. This is obviously before he was a rapper. Man, before I had my car, I used to walk to the train practicing my Grammy speech. And so that was him manifesting. When he didn't have a car before he got signed. He was just a producer. It wasn't nobody giving him any type of play. He knew what he was capable of. He knew what he wanted. He knew what he deserved. And he didn't stop until he got it. So if I'm going to be honest, like I say, I haven't watched the full thing, but from what I have watched, it just made me look at him differently. Like, it made me truly appreciate, I guess, not necessarily his crazy, but definitely his success, seeing where he came from and knowing that where he is currently is where he knew he was going to be then, right? Which takes me back to 2018, 2019, when I found spirituality, I guess, at its finest. I met this dude randomly, and he basically was like, "Are you a witch?" And I had never been asked that before, had never thought about it, didn't know anything about it. But he was adamant in letting me know that he was a Christian and he didn't have time for the witch shit, basically, right? So after the conversation with him, like, because we spent the entire night just talking about religion and my lack thereof. But after conversing with him, I had to do my own research on what that meant, like what spirituality meant, like as far as like I had already been woke, right? But I had to do more research on like what it meant to be a witch or a wizard or dabbling in magic or voodoo or hoodoo. It piqued my interest, and it's crazy because later that week I had a date set up with a guy that I had met off some dating app, and for our first date he gifted me a crystal, which I still have to this day, and I thought that was cool. So at this point I'm like, am I a witch? Like, what? And then from it was like, so all of these things start happening within the time frame of like less than a month or two. Like, I'm at work, and the guy called, like, my work baby daddy, he had some tarot cards, and so, you know, I asked could I see them, and so I'm sitting there playing with them, and I have coworker after coworker who comes and sits and asks me to read for them, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing around. This is my first time ever touching them. I just, you know, and everybody's like, but you look like this is your thing, like, this looks like you know? And I'm like, what? Universe, what you telling me? Like, what is you saying right now? Am I a witch? So I left this out of the first take, right? So then at that point, I went on a hunt to find me a black cat because Sabrina the Teenage Witch, don't judge me. I'm like, you know, all witches got to have their, damn, I forgot the word for it. But yeah, so then I had to get me a black cat. Like, it had to specifically be a black cat, because if I'm a witch, then goddamn, I gotta embody this shit, right? Moving forward though, it was like during this time frame though where I started to realize the power that was within me and the power that I possessed to control my life and my destiny, right? So I remember the company that I worked for at the time, they had this little board, and I forget, they would write random ass questions on there. And I remember specifically writing, like, and I don't know what the question was, but I was like, I am a manifesting goddess. And at that moment, or during that time frame in my life, like, I had just left this toxic ass relationship and moved into my own apartment. And in that apartment, I had nothing, right? Like, not a bed, not a couch, not a TV, not a nothing. And and I was writing on the dry erase board, like, I need this, I need this, I need this. Like, I didn't have a time frame to receive it. I just knew that I needed that shit. And I think by the time I wrote manifest, I'm a manifesting goddess on the board, I had achieved all of that plus some, right? Like, I had my couch in my living room set up in a way that I was comfortable with entertaining people if they came over. I had my bed, and it wasn't on the floor. Like, I had like a whole bedroom set. So in that moment I had to, the most important thing for me was that I had put on there that I needed 2 stamps in my passport. So prior to me meeting the dude who asked me if I was a witch, I didn't even have a passport. I had just always told everybody who know me, like, in order for me to comfortably be someone's mom, I need to have at least had 2 stamps in my passport. Otherwise, I feel like I'm gonna be like, oh, I never did it, and now I got this, type of thing. But yeah. So that same year, I went on 2 trips back to back. I went to like Jamaica and then turned around and went to Dominican Republic, which I would not recommend, by the way. Like, DR did not give me the love that I thought I would receive, since the people were as dark as me. So it was weird, but whole nother story for a whole nother time. DR was not what's up though. But yeah, so I got 2 stamps in my passport. I got my house decorated the way I wanted, and although those are quite small, they were major for me in that time frame. And I was doing nothing different than I had been doing the year previous in my toxic relationship. So it was just like, hold on. So am I a witch? Like, am I really controlling my destiny? Like, how is this just easily working for me, right? So I think a part of it was me coming to a place, like I said previously, of me knowing that not only was I deserving of it, like, shit, it was mine to begin with. Like, and so if you guys know anything about manifestation, that is a part of it. A part of manifesting your destiny is knowing that you are worthy and deserving of the things that you are demanding from the universe. That's part of, like, the only way you'll get it, because you can't fake the funk with that shit, right? Like, you can't tell me, like, I'm blessed and highly favored, but then, weep to yourself every night about how you're not blessed or highly favored. You're not doing yourself anything. Like, you're not doing yourself any justice in that. So I think a major part of manifestation would be recognizing, doing some shadow work, I guess, and seeing what you like what you deserve. I'm not gonna say like seeing what you deserve, but knowing that you are deserving. And I think a lot of us have like trauma and issues that we probably have had from childhood that makes us feel that we are less deserving of great things, especially in the Black community, right? That and I mean that's everywhere. Like in the Black community, it's like you got to be an entertainer or a ball player of some sorts, or you have to be something outside of who you are to receive all the greatness that exists in this thing called society. And I don't think that's true. And like I say, I have not reached the pinnacle of my success as yet, but I am 110,000% sure that it's coming. Like, I know that shit in my core. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna be doing when it happens, or how I'm going to go about achieving that success, that what success looks like for me. But I know that it's mine. Like, so, I'm flowing until it happens, until that time comes for me. And so, like I said, manifestation. You guys get into it, man. Start writing your shit down. Like, but being open to receiving it in a way that may not look like how you wanted it to look. Because I also think that that's a major part of it, is that, you know, you have to be as specific about what it is that you want as possible. You have to use verbiage and terminology that fits the description of what you want. So I read somewhere that the saying "I'm trying to do something" is counterproductive, because if you're trying to do it, that means you're not doing it. So take trying out your vocabulary, man. You doing it. Like, if this is what you want to do, then you doing it. Period. You know, or it's a lot of words that we have to be mindful. Well, one, we have to just be mindful of our words, because they are powerful. They are spells. You are speaking life into your world, to your life, or you're speaking death into it. So, like, you have to be careful of the words that you use when referring to yourself, to your future, to your life, because it is a spell and it is extremely powerful. Which, let me go off sidebar. So during the protests and all that shit last year, everybody was doing the "I can't breathe," which was so fucking mind blowing to me, knowing the power that words have, and the "hands up, don't shoot," which was like like and I know it was well intended. However, knowing the power that words have, it's like, why are we speaking death into our lives? Why are we speaking like that to like? And then the amount of people doing it, it was like the power behind it to me was just like, so we don't know how powerful we are, because if we were, we wouldn't be chanting "don't shoot" or "hands up" or "I can't breathe." We would be chanting things of positivity and uplifting, especially in the droves in which people are saying it. Like, so, you know, again, sidebar, but very much on topic, which is words are powerful. Use them carefully. Use them specifically. Ooh, sorry. Use them specifically and mean what you say, right? So yeah, writing down, pen and paper. So I know that a lot of us use our phone for everything, and I don't know that the phone can't, like, you know, taking notes and stuff in your phone can't be beneficial, but I do believe that old school writing it down, kind of like when you're in school and you write something down like 30,000 times so it helps you remember it. I think that writing it down physically on pen and paper kind of aids, like, it's like a one thing, like my mind is seeing me write it, my hand is motioning it. It's like it puts you in the right direction, like it puts you on a path to righteousness, to your journey, right? So yeah, man, get you a notebook, get you some paper, get you some pens, some pencils, pens, because it's permanent, and write down what it is that you want, and demand that shit, because you are worthy and you are powerful and you are deserving. So, you know, go get what you deserve, for lack of better words, like, because who else gonna give? Ain't nobody finna give it to you. So in that, right, I want to talk about, like, in my current relationship, I'm dating someone who is all about hard work, right? Like, they are workaholics. Like, you gotta work for it, you gotta put in the hours, you gotta put in and that shit is dope, because I am watching her, like, grow into this fucking beast in her desired area, like, of or a craft, right? And I'm seeing, like, every day is like, let me watch a YouTube tutorial on how to do this, let me watch this. And it's like, when we first met, she was always saying, like, you know, if you use your manifestation, as well as incorporate hard work, like, do you know where you would be? And I don't, because hard work is like weight to me. Okay, like, work hard, ill. But I'm seeing the benefits of it, and I guess, like, we've seen the benefits of it in everywhere. I mean, shit, even entertainers, like I'm gonna say Kobe Bryant, RIP, uh, LeBron James, like, and I'm only using athletes because that's what's popping in my head, but that's that whole shooting in the gym thing. It's like they don't become great by thinking that they're great. They become great behind practicing and learning to be great. So I definitely see how that can apply to anything in life. However, it is just not an area in which has ever been a part of my repertoire, right? Like I tell people, like I am, what is the word? I am a jack of all trades and a master at none. I can do a little bit of everything, man. Like you name it, I can do that shit. Now, will I be the best at that shit? Nah. If I'm honestly speaking, which is like sad, I guess, but I'm okay with it in this moment. I ain't the best at really nothing. I like people though. I think I'm really good at talking to people when I'm not high, because then when I'm high, I'm in my head. But we talked about that last episode. But yeah, like sober me, like I'm really good with people. So maybe I'm a master at communication, face-to-face communication, because this right here, this is still a learning process, right? Like I have to get comfortable with this. I actually plan on mastering this, so hold me to it, right? But this is hard work. Not really, because I enjoy it, but hard work and staying consistent and doing it, even though I suck at it. I ain't gonna say suck. I hope y'all don't think I suck, but you know, I'm not as comfortable as I would like to be in front of the camera. But everything is a work in progress, and I think like that's where it's like I probably put more effort into this than I have. I want to say I ain't gonna say anything. I have another business that I won't talk about, but I put a little work into that for a year or so. But this I'm doing like the research. I'm on YouTube. Like, how do I get sponsorship? Like, how do I make, how do I make this a thing where this could be my thing? So, hard work again. I should have had her on the show because that is her area of expertise, right? Like she is a hard work guru. Like you ain't gonna get it by just thinking about it. And I'm like, but I always have gotten it from just thinking about it. But like I say, in actuality, it's like I haven't gotten 100% of anything. I have not become a master of anything because I'm not putting in those hours, that dedication that is required to become a master at something. And so, I think like, as I tell you guys, the power of manifestation and the power of you knowing how powerful you are. Like legit, when I open it up every episode and I'm like, I hope that you guys are feeling powerful. That's on me, man. Like I really hope you guys know that we are masters of our own destiny. And it doesn't matter if we are using manifestation as that tool or hard work as that tool, shit, or both. Like, right? It's like whatever you want, you are capable of receiving it if you are putting forth the effort, and that effort could be either or both to get it, because no one's coming to save us from our lives, right? Like we got to get out here and get it by any means. And I've always used manifestation even when I didn't have the language for that to be my means. Like I always, even in my roughest of times, I would always go back to, there's a reason for this, there's a purpose for this, and once I see that, I'm gonna grow from this. And even in my roughest times, like I say, I didn't necessarily put in hard work. It was just me knowing like, okay, so this is the season, but the season will end, and I'm gonna be in a better place afterwards. And it always happened, right? So I know the same is true for everyone. We are powerful beings, and we just have to believe that we are, and that we are capable and deserving and worthy of whatever our dream life is. I'm gonna reference Kanye West again in the documentary. If y'all haven't watched it, like shit, check it out. Like I said, I haven't watched all of it. I do plan on getting through it. I only watched the very first episode, but it really did make me just be like, I'm so fucking happy for him, because he saw his success when nobody else saw it. Like he saw it when everyone else thought like, dang, you done already made it. He like, this is nothing to me. Like this is just the tip of the iceberg. And so that's how I feel about this podcast. Like this is the tip of the iceberg. This shit finna blow up. So I hope that you guys are are watching as the success builds for me in this arena, because this is the tip of the iceberg. Like I say, as it pertains to hard work, because I wanted to name this like manifestation versus hard work, I don't really got nothing to tell y'all as far as hard work. Like, tell y'all, even when I'm employed, as soon as I get bored, I'm like, oh, that was fun. On to the next, because I know that I'm going to get me another job that's going to pay me more. And that has always been the case. So, I don't have a lot to tell y'all as far as hard work is concerned. So maybe we'll revisit this, and I'll have my partner who is a hard work guru. But I feel like I'm like winning her over with the manifestation part, because I think she's been falling in her lap too. Like, in the midst of me saying it, she'll be like, "Nah, it's been hard work. I done did this and this and this to get there." But it's like, and she has, no discredit, but I feel like, it's like you hard worked here, and now it's like, poof, there you go, like a little jewel, poof. But yeah, man, it's been real. We are definitely coming to a closure. Episode 4, like bruh man, on the 5th floor. Oh, I'm sorry. For you guys who are listening, you can't see that I threw up the 4. But yeah, 4th episode. I've been, or I am rather, your dope ass host, Cutie. As y'all see, got the nails done this week. Got a nail. I don't like the color, but they're done. And because without them, it is pure booty fingers. And I just mean that in the sense of they're ugly. But, fingers are fingers, I guess. But they are done. And I truly appreciate you guys hopping in for the 4th episode. Like I said, I hope that y'all join me for this journey, because we're about to blow up, Please follow us on Instagram at thebunnyhole1. Again, that's thebunnyhole1 at Instagram, or, on Instagram. Also, if you have any comments or questions or concerns or anything like that, you can also shoot me an email at thebunnyhole1@gmail.com. I don't have a Facebook or any of that stuff for this yet, but again, we're about to blow up, so I'm gonna create all of that stuff. I truly appreciate you guys. Hope that y'all take this shit and start making your notes and journals about what it is that you want for yourself, for your life, because you are the creator. You are the manifester. You are, as my girl tells me, you are the main character of your movie. So do that shit. Like, don't wait for nobody. Peace, y'all.